Hi, boys and girls. I have a fun lesson for us today. We're going to learn about elephant poop. Yes, you heard me, elephant poop. Stop laughing. We're going to use Raz Kids or Reading A to Z website. If you haven't checked it out, it's a great spot for so many good books. Today I'm going to share a book with you, and here it is. It's called The Seed Sowers. When I look at the title, I know what a seed is, but what's a sower? Let me tell you, a sower means planter. If you sow seeds, that means you plant them. And we've been talking about plants and seeds and how animals help plants help animals. So in this book, you're going to learn about seeds being planted or sown. I'm not going to read the whole book, but I would highly recommend that if you enjoy learning about some of the things in this book, you get on Raz Kids and finish the book yourself. There's also another book that you might like that's a fiction book called Harold and the Hungry Plant that is on Raz Kids. So let's take a peek inside. While we're looking at it, we're going to be remembering some of the skills we've been learning this week in reading. If you come to a word you don't know, what do? If you don't know what it means, you look around the word. And usually the author somewhere has put a definition or a synonym word that means the same in the same sentence. Or you can look at the picture or a diagram. So we're going to take a look at some of the pages in this book and see if we can find examples of words we're not familiar with and how we can figure out what they mean. And don't forget, we're going to learn about elephant. So the seed sowers. Here's the table of contents. That helps me know it's nonfiction. As I said, I'm not going to read the whole story. I'm going to skip to page 6. And let's see what's on page 6. Here we go. On page 6, there is an information box at the bottom, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, the word zoo refers to animals. It's part of the word zookery. Zookery is the scientific name for the process of animals spreading seeds. So I'd never seen that word before. I keep reading, and all around that word, the definition comes right after the word. It's the process of animals spreading seeds. So that's how we learned a new word there, zookery. And I'm going to skip to page 8. And on page 8, I see a bold face word. We know that's going to be an important word. So I'm going to read the paragraph that has the word in it and see if I can figure out what burrs are. Seeds on the ground have a special trick for getting around. Many, such as burrs, have small hooks or teeth. So if I look at that, it says seeds, many, such as burrs. That's an example of a seed. So the author is giving us an example of a seed and then describing it for us. Small hooks or teeth on the seed. So again, I looked around the word and got the definition. I'm going to skip ahead to page 11. As you know, when you're reading a nonfiction book, you do not need to read in order or read every page. You can skip around. So that's what we're doing today. On page 11, there is a new word I'm going to find. So let's see. Reptiles are seed sowers as well. I remember sowers means planters. So reptiles are planting seeds as well. Let's find out how. Giant Galapagos tortoises are amazing seed-spreading machines. They can eat, move, and poop the seeds of more than 45 plant species. They spread seeds over great distances. Colombia's green common iguanas do their fair share too. Iguanas crawl over plants while eating their leaves. Seeds stick to their snout and to a flap of skin hanging from their neck called a, here's a new word, dewlap. Later, the seeds drop to the ground far from the parent plant. So dewlap, how do I figure out what dewlap means? There are a couple of ways. I can look at the photograph and it's labeled right here, dewlap. It points to a part of the neck of the iguana. I go back up, I look around the word, I read that sentence again and see if the author has defined it. Seeds stick to their snout and to a flap of skin hanging from their neck. A flap of skin hanging from their neck called a dewlap. So now I know that a dewlap is a flap of skin from the words and from the photograph. And going on to page 14, I told you we were going to learn about elephant poop. So this was my favorite page in the book. I thought I'd share it with you. Some large animals are great seed sowers because of how much they eat. Elephants have big appetites and poop a lot. They can eat a meal and poop the seeds up to 65 kilometers. That's 40 miles away. Where there is elephant poop, there are also dung beetles. The beetles shape bits of poop into balls, roll them away, and lay eggs inside. Within 15 minutes, a swarm of beetles can cart away half a liter. That's 1 pint of poop. The seeds from the elephant's meal are spread out even more with the help from the beetles. And the caption at the bottom here, elephant dung can contain up to 70 different types of seeds. So dung is a synonym for poop. You got it. Poop. Your teacher said poop. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit today about how animals help spread seeds. And I hope you enjoyed reviewing different ways of figuring out what an unknown word is. And if you enjoyed this story and want to read more of it, check out Raz Kids.